Yeah, yeah. Uh, oh, everybody to the left, everybody to the right. Yeah, what's up? Pura vida, mi gente. Yeah, wow. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to Signs for that intro beat right here, Mystic. So we about to get a little mystic, so called. All right, about to get deep again. We got a special guest here again. You guys will remember him from another live we did before. We're gonna be talking about. We're just gonna let the spirit talk. Yeah, that's why we're here. We're gonna hear what Kuresh has to say. In his many investigations in the etymology of words and what Hawa is saying, what it is saying. In the beginning, right? In the beginning was the word. Pura vida, welcome. Hmm. Pura vida, hip hop hooray. Yeah. All right. Hey, what's up, Kuresh?
You
Mic check, mic check.
can you hear
Yeah, I can hear you now.
me? All right.
Yeah. So, whenever you want to just start, you just go ahead, start screen
Jump
sharing and all
on
that.
in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's going on, y'all? Um, I basically just want to touch on tap in with you all and just start with this here chart. Um, we're more trying to learn, what these symbols mean, what's what story, what words, what detail is attached with each sound with each symbol, and that's basically what I've been trying to figure out. What I've been, just discovering new things every day. So, now I wanted to start with, the first letter, what we call A in today's time. Um, we call it the alphabet now. It was called alphabet, I guess, with Greek. And, one thing that I was seeing with this chart was that the sound for A was like AH or EH. And then, I also seen that same AH down here, with hey or man with arms raised symbol. And, that always like twisted me up a little bit. So, just deep diving, we get on into like what etymology has to say about it. We can kind of piece things together. So the letter, the A right here, is the first letter of the Roman alphabet based on Greek alpha, C alpha. And then it says in music, as the name of the sixth note of the natural scale, it is a note given by a fixed tone instrument, usually a oboe or organ. That's important for later on down the line. Just knowing what organ is and what it means, how it involves itself as an instrument,
Mm-hmm.
a sound, and then it also has to do with your bodily organs, or even us organizing and having organization. So they're all in the same tune and the same beat,
Hmm.
pretty much mean the same thing.
Organ, organize.
yeah, to the natural scale, you know, and that has to do with like regulating yourself and whatnot. But anyways, as far as A, we got alpha. You know, we see it says it's from the Hebrew or Phoenician aleph.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said Greek earlier. Alphabet, but Hebrew alphabet. Um, the sense of beginning of anything, and it is often paired with omega. And, we've heard that alpha and omega, and omega representing the end. So down here, it shows where the chart says, it means ox. Semitic languages, causal form of Aleph. It's EL this time, ELEPH.
Uh-huh.
And the character might have developed from a hieroglyphic of an ox head. And that's what we're trying to study. That's what we're looking at, Semitic language. And, we're trying to decipher it today. So basically what I saw, what we see is a EL and we see a AL, which they're like in correlation with each other. And
Everybody can see the screen, right? Make sure everybody can see the screen.
everybody, are the comments, is everybody good?
You guys see it? Let's give them a second. Let us know if you guys can see it. Okay, everybody's good.
Uh, so on this chart here, we got where it says EL,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Got the
also see
ox.
AL over here, the ox head.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's lining up right here, but the sound, this H is what's off, you know. And what I've come to see is that this is like all or L, not R or E. And, we can see that in words like Elohim, like
Mm-hmm.
Elo. So there's Elohim, a name of God in the Bible. Elo means God. Allah means God. A word of unknown etymology, perhaps an augmentation of El or God. So, even when you look at Allah, you see all right here,
Yeah.
and Eloha, Eloah, Eli, like it's all in the same Aliyah. But ALEL, we see it.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the words I came across when typing in EL was this here word elocution. And, I kind of wanted to start with in Genesis,
Mm-hmm.
it says
Genesis
like,
1.
yeah, Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning for the first day. So all of these things that took place on, you know, day one of creation, I would like to, I guess, show this here with elocution. It says oratorical or literary style, voice production, a speaking out utterance, manner of expression. And it has this root word here of talk, and it says to speak out. And we see, Genesis is saying that,
Mm-hmm.
God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So some of these things here,
Speaking now, utterance, manner, elocation. You guys see the connection of L, you know, with this word?
uh, eloquence, but just when it comes down to the root, it has these words here where I kind of piece all of these words together to understand what talk actually means when we
Yeah.
see it here. Because we know what talk means when we say it now, but this is talk, and it has more meaning,
Talk.
to what we say now. But it says using lofty speech, bombastic, big, you know, lofty speaking or expression. So we know that, you know, it was some big speaking,
Yeah.
this is another one, another lofty thing,
Boom.
magnificent,
Bombastic.
but what is it? Magniloquent,
It's a
but
bombastic.
yeah, it's a pompous in talk, vaunting, boastful, is great. This
Mm-hmm.
is like,
Magnus. Mm-hmm.
this is how things were being said when it was, let there be light.
Yeah.
And it was light and let it, excuse me. But
Magniloquent.
so these kind of touch on that
Yeah, that's cool.
when it comes to L.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The power, the might, it's like in different words, expressions.
yeah. So with A, I kind of see that as far as in the beginning, this ox head, it's a reason why it's a head as well. Because even the things that are going on in your head, it's not yet,
Yeah.
it's thought about, so to say.
Ox head. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so it's like what I'm kind of seeing throughout this is just kind of like a spiritual home or place right now. This is in the head of Elohim, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and like moving forward to like Beth, it says like a family house or inn, a tent floor plan. That's what it says for this here, symbol, the sound buh or buh, and then we kind of was talking about that earlier, but you see the V right here,
Yeah.
but oh, moving forward to B, it says Beth, literally how. It has nothing of the variant pronunciation shown well. This letters B is said to represent a B sound, which
Mm-hmm.
continues as B in Sanskrit became th, frater, instead of brother, like a fraternity. Instead of it being brother, it's frater. And the words like fraternity came from that. We see that this whole beta and best,
Mm-hmm.
it comes after alpha, but this is the best way of really pointing out what this word means. It's like when you add it on to the first letter,
Yeah.
Beth El, it says the house of God,
Battle.
place
Yeah.
where God is worshipped.
Mm-hmm.
Also for B is this here where it's like, let it be. God said it, so let it be.
Mm-hmm.
So it says be, exist, come to be, become, happen. Because that's what was
B. Yeah.
in the beginning. God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void. He said, let there be light, and there was light. So understanding be light is saying light, let light exist, you know, let light become, let it come to be, let it happen.
Yeah.
And says, I am and I will be to be.
B. I
This is
am.
kind of important to like the the perspective, I guess, that was going on at this time. I am who I am, a thing too, but things being and becoming was and is. Well, attached to be, we have all of these words. A big one I would like to point out, but we can start from here and say architecture, house, name of a school or design.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Building, construction, structure. Okay. So B has to do with a structure.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a B. A beam, this is the big one, but it says a living tree,
Mm-hmm.
all mass and Germanic, but it's just beam, boom. It's like the big boom,
Yeah.
with what they talk about with the
Yeah. The
science of
hijack
today and
explanation.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That it started with a big boom, but
Yeah.
it's literally a big beam, a big tree,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of
That's
saw that in
that's it
Genesis,
right there.
So
Living tree.
say tree, gallows, beam, tree, And I like this is very, 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 very important to point this out here. Shift from AU to EA, you know, inside of words, because that AU, we're gonna bring that out later on. I think I touched on that in the first video, but it's very important to who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And the meaning ray of light developed in Old English, probably because beam was used by Betty to render Latin, whatever, the biblical pillar of fire, the meaning directed flow of radiation. And that's very important because, they like how they say that, you know, things are coming, that light is coming from the sun and it takes like 8 minutes and, that flow of radiation,
Yeah.
stuff like that, how they kind of confuse the science today with that narrative. But, this ray of light and this beam just it's like kind of like the Jacob's ladder, if you can represent it. I think that's the best representation of it, in the sense of like a dimensional plane.
Mm-hmm.
radiating down to this third, mention, you know, and that's what was going on. And Beam also says emit rays of light, ray of light. No, we're gonna get back on this, but
Yeah.
the
So I
sense of
just
shine radiantly. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, you guys, for a lot of people who actually been into this study for a while and who or have watched others like drop, like try to break down the Paleo Hebrew letters and the story is kind of telling. This is like a whole deeper way of explaining it and showing it that the actual words are telling the story the same way. So, like, what he's trying to, like, I hope you guys see what he's breaking down. That's what I'm saying, like the Aleph and the Beth so far.
Even we see boom, it's right along there with tree, loud, deep, hollow, continued sound, sudden start or increase in commercial or other activity. But it's like what we say that's is booming.
The song literally say boom at the same time. Boom.
It's like it makes me think of like it's booming.
Yeah,
But build even when I think of like the when they talk about the industrial revolution, I think they call it like some type of boom. Uh,
yeah.
even the baby boom and stuff like
That's
that.
the industrial boom and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So some of the stuff would be we'll get into that. We'll get into that. So moving along to C, or should I say G, it says no, it's the third letter, bada, but we know it's the original
yeah,
third letter. So the restored dedicated symbol for the G sound, full of history, CC, modified. Romans, a modified gamma. But something I saw with G was this here. So the word gas has empty space. And we also when it's talking about the earth was without form and void,
yeah,
void is saying unoccupied, vacant, without content, empty. Empty, vast, wide, hollow, waste, uncultivated.
hmm,
So, this word has to do with empty space, but it also is chaos. And, it's a lot of people, a lot of people that feel like chaos is a bad. This gaping void, empty, immeasurable space, abyss, at which gapes wide open, which is vast and empty. And then this word here, beyond, like gasp, you know, but chasm is a deep crack in the earth, yawning, hollow gulf, the yawn.
the
So,
abyss.
yeah. So when it says
Chaos.
that the earth was without form and void and darkness was upon the face of the deep, it's talking about this big crack, this deep crack in the earth. It was a yawn. It was like the earth was yawning like a big old
Yeah,
wide hollow earth type of thing. nothing filled inside of it, no dirt, no life, you know. And it's like through chaos, all of this stuff came about. And that's kind of still it, it seems like, you know, it's similar to this Big Bang type of origin.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, even here, when it says an extended sense from the theological use of chaos in the Vulgate version of Genesis for the void at the beginning of creation, the confused, formless, elementary state of the universe. It says the Greek for disorder
Mm-hmm.
was Turkey, but the use of chaos here was rooted in the- Theogony, who describes chaos as a primeval emptiness of the universe. Metamorphosis, who opposes chaos to cosmos, ordered universe. It was personified as a god, Bebetter, Urbis, and Nyx, and it's a night.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
So
like Matt said, order out of chaos, right? That's how like one of those subliminal secret society kind of sayings.
yeah,
But who can really make real order out of, grab chaos and make order? Like that's the Most High. And
it-
chaos to us, right? Perspective, right? To us is chaos. The Most High is nothing.
yeah. I mean, even even how I basically see, you know, even scientifically,
Yeah,
chaos is a great thing because when you dive into that the God particle and stuff like that, they talk about like how a single particle knows it's being observed. And you know, when you get down to the smallest, you know, percentile, the smallest infinite thing in the universe still has intelligence and is still aware that it's being watched. Mm, you know, it kind of shows the intelligence of everything. Really, I look at it like the magic inside of everything
mm-hmm.
because you know,
Natural.
when things are not being watched, and as
Mm-hmm.
we're looking at it, saying also it's saying that it came out of darkness, and you know, it was darkness. So when it's darkness and you can't see, it's like what it's so many things that's possible and that can happen. You know, if you deal with plants, you know, when you turn the light off, you know,
Yeah,
sometimes plants just grow overnight, you know, literally. So it's like the magic of the darkness. And it's the
and you can
that's
be
kind of what chaos.
in a state of darkness too. Not literally like physically, like but in a state of darkness, right? And then you're in a state of enlightenment or light or knowledge.
Yeah, yeah, and it's shoot, it says it right here, the void beginning of creation. It says the confused form, so it's like being in darkness has to do with being in confusion,
So
you know.
Matt said triple darkness, the formation of life.
Oh, where here it says who use chaos in the occultic sense of proper elements of spirits, ultra rarefied water, mm, combustible mix of vapors. You know, that's really what we're getting into, the vapors, gas is going on. So after this, um, we move along to D, and a lot of the discussion and you know a lot of the things that speak on kind of deliver itself out of this. So you know, D says the Daleth form of Dillith, door, so shaped for his shape. It's like delta in
Mm-hmm.
Greek. This is, say to divide. Let me go to, oh, right here, the delta symbol, the triangle, or door, Dalit, same thing we see in it. Um, for G, oh, I didn't even really go over this part with G. I'm sorry about that. For G, it has like foot or like gather or walk. Um, for
Yeah.
gas, when it was talking about like a yawn, it said gaping and stuff like that. When you yawn, you kind of like it's like a big inhale kind of going on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how I looked at the gather and chaos mixes in gas. When you could see gas, it's a lot of it's a mixture of a lot of different particles, a gathering of particles. But with door, it kind of is look at this like how it says definition this whole 3D, three-dimensional. Um, I kind of look at it like that's when we started entering into physical, you know, form.
Yeah.
Oh, this movable barrier commonly on hinges, bottom, door, gate. So this the word here for door, doorway, and this is when we get into it. So some of the stuff I wanted to get to was these two words here, afforest and deforest. So when it's talking about these two halves, or this kind of like it's like a split happened, this crack in the earth split the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this says a forest. It says convert to forest, especially for hunting ground. And this one is like deforest, cut down, clear away the forest, the clear of trees. So when we get to it's going, you just jump ahead a little bit, but this is also a part of it. Outside the boundaries of a country of persons born in another country,
Yeah.
range, foreign, outer, external, outdoor. So to me, I gotta keep going here too.
Yeah, definitely. You
Yeah,
know,
I gotta keep moving along with this before I jump too far ahead of the story. But God saw the light and it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and morning were the first day. God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. Okay, yeah, because I skipped a whole lot. Goodness, I'm sorry.
it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, shit. So this really has to do with back at Beth in Bethel,
Uh-huh.
home of God, heaven, heaven, the visible sky or firmament, It says a covering, a chemis. Says plural use in a sense of sky.
Covering.
So you know how it has this, how it said EA and AU kind of changed
Uh-huh.
over time. But I know um, this also has to do with that heaven, or that place above the upper pure bright air sky firmament.
Uh-huh. The
Upper
house of
air
God.
bright, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Also says to burn. That's what ether has to do with, like a burning edifice. And we
Structure.
we hear the word sacrifice a lot.
Firmament.
But
Yeah.
yeah, this goes back to B. But we also see D right here. So this is why I didn't want to jump too far ahead.
D
This is
to 3D, right? Make it reality,
Yeah,
physical.
yeah.
Yeah.
The door. The
Yeah.
door, yeah. To make and to do.
And
It's
the
a
E.
place with a hearth. You see, without the H, it's earth.
Yeah.
But the second element is combined form of to do. And then it's kind of like Eden
Yeah.
a little bit. But we see this is something we spoke on in the last video right here.
Yeah.
When we spoke on sin, that ever burning fire, the Olympics. But and this is one of the first words I found as far as the etymology. Has to do with so much, so much.
Yeah. I kill those words.
And jump too far, but some of these words also have to do with later letters inside of
Mm-hmm.
this here chart. So it's when it comes to breaking this down, it's a little complex.
Yeah.
Um, it's not a little complex, it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
really complex.
Yeah.
But
That's why we try to move with the spirit, man. With what's coming from inside.
oh no, we're here. Let me keep make sure I'm not
Memory.
overstepping myself. So, and God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide." Okay, I got that part. And God called the firmament heaven, in the
Mm-hmm.
evening and the morning were the second day. Okay,
Edifice.
yeah, edify evening. So we see the AE Ephnim,
Yeah.
Ephnin, the coming of evening, sunset time around sunset. See Eve, evening, especially the time sunset, between sunset and darkness. Pacific day, Saints day. So, and up in here, I get to, thinking about
Eve.
Eve as well,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of
Yeah.
has
And
me
that goes to
thinking,
Hawa too.
yeah,
Wow. A living
and
being. Literally.
yeah.
He
So
lived. Hawa. He lived.
this even it could be saying she lives too,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's
In the physical, yeah.
Because with Bethel, when you attach both, that's where the home of God, you know, that's when it's home of God, both are in place. Um, so he there, she there, okay. But then we got like day, and it says a period during which the sun is above the horizon, also a lifetime, time of existence, day, days, a, you know, this is a day. But we see this again.
Mm-hmm.
Day means to
Burn.
burn. We seeing it again. To shine, God, heaven, God.
Yeah, you get Dios and deity, deify.
And it's a deify, and it's to make something into a.
Mm-hmm. To make God like. Huh.
But you got to give it the features of what was already
Uh-huh.
in place. Give it the characteristics of something that's already there. Are you form it into? It got psychedelic. So day, it even starts with the. This is also like a D word, so it have to do with like physical, being in the physical.
Yeah.
So yeah. So in the evening, in the morning, or the second day, and God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together onto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so.
Mm-hmm.
God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he the seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit to his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. Earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed after his whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. So I just want to show that part too, because it's like up in here, like between these four letters,
Yeah.
it's like it's one, let there be light, and then it's a second, let there be light, like or like division of light and darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So one happened like physically with the sun and the moon, the greater light and the lesser light, and then one happened just creating day and night
Mm-hmm.
from or just separating the light from the dark before it was day and night.
Yeah. 'Cause he did that, like it's almost describing like in the waters, right?
Yeah. So like that's why what was it? Forest and deforest when it's saying like let the trees convert to forest.
Mm-hmm.
basically a gathering together of like the dry land and growing of
Yeah.
some fruit trees and whatnot. This is like a forest thing going on. D forest for door. And I just wanted to point out form, but it was a word that we talked about last go round. Or should I keep reading and to get to Adam first?
It's
I'm sorry.
all good.
I'm trying to figure out this line. It had like a from across the screen. Um, and God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament, and to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. In the evening and the morning were the fourth day. God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that have life, or that may fly upon the earth in the open firmament of heaven." Waters brought that. God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind. Huh?
Yeah, when say whales, they meant the leviathans or the dragons, the sea creatures. Yeah,
Yeah.
the angels.
Yeah, the big
Hmm.
what they call them in Greek mythology, like the Titan type uh creatures or something. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth." And evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beasts of the earth after his kind." So yeah, like it was some big stuff being created first, and then now this smaller creeping things. God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. God saw that it was good. God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." So God created man in his own image, and the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, "Be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, and subdue it, have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth." God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth wherein there is life, given every green herb for meat." And it was so. God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and morning were the sixth day. So just to cut it right there. I mean, I can kind of move forward with this. Going into man, Say a featherless plantigrade, we don't know that human being person, male or female, brave man, hero, servant,
Male or
vassal,
female,
adult
yep.
man. Yeah,
That's how I
so
take Genesis 1. Kind of like Gary was saying in the chat, but he created man, meaning male and female, like mankind, like like
yeah,
a
yeah,
type of
both
type of being. Yeah. We
because
don't get Adam until Genesis 2.
yeah, and
But that's a very debatable and controversial subject for a lot of people, but
well, it's right here.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, so after door, we move into man, where it says, look, reveal, breath. This sound, H or AH, might even seem that was a little off. Oh, excuse me, a little off. We'll get
Yeah.
into it. But it says look, reveal, and breath, it's like a breath of, life was given, and I guess the reveal has to do with, I guess men says to think.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I guess different meanings to qualities and state of mind or thought
Hmm. Premonition.
is to project. Funny how it's mount. And also is to remain, the remnant,
Mental.
related tribes. But we got man,
Talk to him.
like, yeah, this is one of them D words that I like to we're gonna have to talk about this. So that him, just falling off this same D. It's like it was like our entrance into the physical realm, you
Yeah.
know, was
3D.
was like through the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
We were gathered from the dust,
Mm-hmm.
and down is like earth, like when we say beaver dam, we're talking about a heap of earth.
Yeah.
And just like we had the words of forest and deforest, we have these two words, antachaktan and
Autochton.
autochaktan.
Oh, yeah, it's in there. Huh.
So the reason why I was kind of pointing at the whole, forest and deforest thing is saying like antachaktan, people of the opposite hemisphere,
Hmm.
opposite land, earth, soil. They're opposite of the land, earth,
Hmm.
and soil. An unimagined,
Anti-talk.
invisible double of earth.
Hmm.
The anti, and it's like the antichrist.
Anti. Yeah. And then the auto. Auto.
Otto, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
auto has to do with
The
self, and
Aborigines
that's
itself. Mm.
yeah. So
Land,
that's
earth,
the
soil. Yeah.
sprung from the land itself.
Sprung.
One sprung from the soil he inhabits, wherever his ancestors, wherever the soul of his people are. That's where he sprung. Like it's all in the same
Yeah.
complex. It reminded me of Litho movie, one of my favorites. But
Hmm.
when he realized, like, what was he running from? He's like, "This is my land. Like, why am I running?"
Yeah.
And then that's when he came to his senses. You know, that's when he realized who he was in self. And he was part of the land. earth and
Yeah, that's
soil.
that's what the auto means. Auto, self-realization.
Yeah. You
Hmm.
know, this you see the you know, AU, right?
Yeah.
Remember how we was
Yeah.
the switch from EA
Go
to
back to
AU, how they
yeah,
switched
yeah.
it. This you know I have
Gold.
to do with gold, of
Yep.
course.
You the gold.
This is the actual meaning of the proceed. It's like and you see audio,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it has to do with that same radiation. But it's like obeying that sound. You know how we was talking about that the organ.
Yeah.
Like once you perceive the sound, you know the
Mm-hmm.
trumpets.
The trumpet.
You
We got
know you
organized
you gotta
together.
organize. And
Mm-hmm.
part of that is just being obedient and obeying what the trumpet sound. You know you know
Mm-hmm.
what time it is.
Mm-hmm. Know what
So
time it is.
yeah, they know what time it is.
They know.
They know. They for
The
sure
the
know what time it is.
antitox. The antitox.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time to go. But I just wanted to tap in, I guess, to show this AU here is, you know, where it's in peace with this here.
It goes with
Look,
hey what? Hey
yeah,
you.
so
You.
when you look, reveal, and breathe, it's all part of your perception because it's all part of your five senses.
Mm-hmm.
Perception is your sense. So, you know, just going back to sense, I think we tapped on that a little bit.
Last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
meaning, signification, interpretation, you know,
Sense.
especially of the
Interpretation.
Holy Scripture, with your understanding. And then, you know, it also goes back to the same thing, you know. Um, so we gotta basically show how perception AU, you know, that's this sound here, this meaning is like it's also tied in with, you know, where we got to with this meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And
To
of
be
course, this is what we were just already looking at,
be
you
being
know.
boom. Boom. Mic drop.
Natural. But
Natural science. Psychic.
yeah, earth healing.
Physic. Physica.
So
Tribe
basically
race. Huh.
we keep
Reinforce.
you
Produce.
coming
Make.
down here.
Yeah, it says tribe race. To make grow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You see like FIMA. It's kind of like
Uh-huh.
made me think of like the pharma,
Yeah,
but
pharma.
but you know they changed it from the five, the physical. They put a farm, you know, made it farm. Hmm. Earn strength then. Get a fixed payment. It's in the farm. Oh, going back to where we were at, we had auto chalk time, anti chalk time.
Yeah.
Um, this was also part of these D's.
Uh-huh.
Was this whole firm thing
Mm-hmm.
with the D? It had firmament as well in the meaning.
Yeah.
Face of blood, the earth, heavenly body.
Yeah. Edifice
So like
structure.
just showing how it just keeps circling around. It just keeps circling, you know, back to that solid structure that we found. Uh, what was it? An ether and beam edifice. Yeah. Edifice. People seem to very well. It's just a lot of D words up in here.
Yeah.
This one has to do with the female Dei. It's two Deis. So this is like one form, and this is the other. And it's like with this form, it kind of make me look at it like the woman is the building block, to
Yeah.
you know, like even tribal wise, like it was a rule as in like if you were born of the woman, you were part of the tribe. But no, the day, it, me, I'm still looking at or seeing this the scripture, you know, let us make man in our image and have domain.
Mm-hmm.
Or
It even says paradise.
we yeah, like the
Garden
Garden of
of Eden.
Eden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this right here as well. Man, this stuff it keeps popping up. It doesn't matter, like,
Yeah, it's
but
telling a
even
story. So that's why I want people to see, because when I have the private conversations with Kuresh, I see a whole like story playing out in my mind. So I hope you guys see what, doing the same, you know,
it's like
because
as you read the definitions, it says a park, paradise, the Garden of Eden. And I know you remember E. Calloway and the guy that the Garden of Eden Park in Florida.
uh-huh, yeah,
And
yeah.
it also just
Coral Castle, is that what you said?
kind of confirms that you said where?
I think that's two different people. No, but I know the guy who was telling people that the Garden of Eden was there, right? And that he was explaining it as to
Yeah,
why. Yeah.
Callaway. They have a place in Georgia called the Callaway Gardens. I
Mm-hmm.
think his family still owns that area.
Okay.
I also say the Christian heaven, Gates of Paradise, to feel. But we just, that's why it's like the D. It went from like gas, went from like
Uh-huh.
uh
Vapors and gas and
yeah
unseen forces to physical.
to physical forces, and it was a word as well, had to do with gases and stuff. Yeah. But it even seemed like that's what was going on here, right? Even in the story, they were it was the decisions being made on what was gonna be where,
Yeah,
you know.
affirm to decide upon, to state positively. Hmm. So you guys showing all the connections to the deed, to all these, and how it's literally telling you the story, you know.
Armed by proof or evidence, anoint a king.
Anoint the king.
Mhm.
Confirm. Huh. Anointed king. Make firm, strengthen, establish, and strengthen it. Come together.
Valid by a legal act. Magnificent. Yes. And the one took a breach. I'm just making sure I didn't like to see where I skipped over some.
Yeah,
It's a word that has to do with the vapors. You see that say exhalation, mixture. When God said, "Let there be light," or that voice, that
yeah,
that that beam, beam of light, uh, stuff of mist. The word I missed. Um, but going back, I want to just get quiet on you, but did want to touch on Adam as well. When it
yeah.
come to man, we
Copper
got to
colored.
do that. Um, Because in the Hebrew, it say Adam means man, and but I could look at it like them, like we say, um, but uh, it's, it's like I guess so. I guess I can get to it. 'Cause it's a lot of words that have to do with shining. Um, oh yeah, it's just go back to the speak on. Adam, is
Yeah,
I guess a word that has to do with like it's more things that has to do with like shining and knowledge and basically how like light and science and things like that are like kind of in the same mix. Okay, let me go down. Yes, to the word shine. They shed, send forth, or give out light, be radiant, be resplendent, illuminate of persons, be conspicuous, die, to shine, to gleam. But kind of saying like when it's saying like let there be light, it's saying like let it shine.
yeah,
And just when it comes to it was a word, this one here that I ended up coming across. I gotta remember how I found it. Scintillation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Scintillation. This has to do with when he's saying putting stars inside the firmament, or the emitting of sparks of spark-like flashes, specifically the tremulous twinkling of stars in the night sky. And, kind of make me think of like everybody when it says everybody is a star. But this here, look at the word like skin,
skin.
SKIN,
Yeah,
and like it has to do with the skin of man too.
in
Uh,
general, it always represents shining, though, right?
say that again.
It references shining a lot when it comes to skin.
Yeah, well, just in general, like I don't know what it is, but shining has to do with a lot of things. The It was a word for like body, had to do with like perception. Uh, yeah. So even with these B words, right? So yeah, like talking about book and B, the 10th floor plan, or some more stuff I didn't talk about. Um, you know how it says like that yawn or that gasp? It's kind of speaking on
Yeah,
a bow as well, like the arc, like but a opposite arc, like not an arc above the earth, but arc before Earth was inside of this, I guess, realm or however, like it's like an opposite to everything. So if it was the arc above the earth, it was the arcing under it as well, of the thing. But I just see this whole bow thing, even if you were to look at it as the firmament, you know, but before the firmament was, because it's in the B uh sense. It also, when it come to B, it has like to bear, like to bear children, to carry. So also look at this, just when I'm seeing A and B together, like A is or L is the masculine and B feminine. So like, we know that woman bears children as well as keeps keeps the family. But kind of see that the feminine aspect to the B. These are the words that about this is more like where's body. So it's pretty much where I'm at. I know what kind of
Yeah,
got my got my mind going a little bit was this whole anti and auto, and
yeah,
it had me kind of feeling as if like was it creation, with Adam, was the guess the heaven or like the paradise, the Garden of Eden, was that like the a forested part, and then the deforested part was like here we go.
hmm,
Because it's just representing a split. It say two swinging halves.
yeah,
So I'm wondering like was it representing like a split of the peoples, you know, um when this creation happened in Genesis, was Adam made at the same time as the rest of the creations? He was just placed in his, own area,
yeah, yeah,
forested, and think even with that it has like a boundary, you know, was it foreclosed? Like it had to have a boundary if the foreigner was like outside, born in another country,
yeah,
like and I also think of like, oh, they talk about Pangea being the original, um, Earth,
yeah,
and then the land mass is split, like, South America, Africa and like North America, Europe and stuff like that, like just is this like an opposite him like, we're on the opposite hemisphere. We are, we know that part, but is it saying the same thing? Um, Let me get back to it. Is it saying the same thing with anti when it's saying
yeah,
people of the opposite hemisphere?
yeah,
And when we look at like history and stuff with like Marco Polo or whatnot, like trying to discover or get to India over like the three Indias, or Asia Major, Asia Minor, like what was actual detail behind, just what is this anti
yeah,
thing going on? I hadn't
yeah,
heard this before,
yeah. I didn't really,
seeing it in
and
etymology.
because I don't think either. Um, Never thought about it. That's interesting
Uh, no, that's a
that they
question
have
that
an
kind of,
opposite. It's like the opposite of a tauntaun. You know, it's like
yeah. And that's like if they're from the soil, if the other those, are like from the soil, then what are the antis, you know?
yeah,
And then that's when we kind of get
hmm.
into the whole fallen angel story too,
Yeah,
because it could be mixed in right there.
or even the first creation, because they didn't say they used dust
Yeah,
in the first
yeah, they
creation.
didn't, right, right. They didn't use dust to form their man, you know, because I know I've seen, this says he and stuff, this is the KJAAE or whatever, but I've also seen where it says we're going to make man in our image.
Yeah, no, it did. It did say that. It said let us.
Yeah.
Uh, most of them said it.
Y-
Yeah,
Yeah, let us make man in our image. So we know, like, it was multiple men being created around that same time. Must have been.
it's something that could. It's something that could be theorized and all that. You know, a lot of people can have different theories and all that. It could be angels. It could be the dragons he created. You know, it could be co-creators. It could be a lot of things, or it could be all symbolic.
Yeah, but because we do, it's still, when we see anti-Choctaw or however, it's still inside the same, inside this word which has earth in it. So, it still has to
Yeah,
have some type of earthly origin.
that's why
You kind of breaking up just a tad.
the word extraterrestrial.
Oh yeah. What extra
Yeah, extra.
put in there? Outside, beyond the scope of, in addition to what is usual or expected. The outside, without except. This is, when they say that all let the land, let the dry land appear, and it was so. God called the dry land earth, earth, terraform, or that. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's pretty much what I got.
Okay.
For this first
Yeah, yeah,
part.
that's cool.
I'm still, I'm in
Remember
here
what you were telling me about male and female with the bet and how you remember?
with Beth and Bethel.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I do be slipping my mind. Now I go back and remember all the stuff I was supposed to. Even though guess I ain't the best at taking notes. But what was I at with Beth? Um no, I showed Eve, evening. Oh man.
Man, we could if you want to end it there, we can. That way it's not it's already an hour and a half, anyways.
Yeah, yeah, we can. Or if anybody got, I guess some
Huh?
questions, some tap in, some dialogue to add on, or if anybody got like some
Oh, they were.
questions or
Yeah, they were chatty, but mostly paying attention, man. I got a lot of input, a lot
is
of.
that, I mean, if it's something where I guess while we still on live that somebody have, um, because I do a lot of this in real time, so it's
Yeah,
a lot easier to speak, while I'm being spoken back to,
yeah.
and it's easier to remember a lot of that information as I'm speaking it versus trying to, I
I
guess,
think
just remember.
I think that based on the degrees of knowledge, I guess I would say of people, everybody can. I mean, people interpret it differently, you know, because it can get pretty deep with your
Yeah,
thoughts. When you go into it, when you start, reading it, carefully. But I do see the
it's
story. I do see the story being told. Like it's crazy. Words,
yeah,
sounds, frequencies, right?
they keep coming. But it'll never stop. From being what it is. Like that tone is what formates. Oh man, what formates everything. So like I guess we could talk about this organ we was talking about in the beginning of the video. It says both meaning a musical instrument, implement, tool for making or doing musical instrument, organ of sense, organ of the body, literally that which one works. So the root word for was basically work.
Work, work, huh? Work,
Yeah. And energy is of
stimulus.
course
Uh-uh.
um organ, organic,
Organic.
Georgia, the work state, force or expression, activity, action, operation. But potential electrical
Mm.
tension. Oh,
Georgie.
when it come down to words like this, and we pointed this one out too, or
Reg.
it's like it makes you move in a straight line. You got to follow the leader.
To lead, to rule, direct and straight line. To lead and rule. Reg. Like regulate,
Just
regulate.
being a regular person.
Regular, regular. Register.
So, even the word correct is in here, or correction. But part of what that trumpet, when you hear that trumpet, what it does for you or to you is like it regulates your mind. Like it tells you the correct way versus what we might have thought, was the right way before.
Yeah.
It helps kind of regulate our perception and our senses. Words be real right here shows us what's real,
Mm.
you know.
And then it registers. Huh.
Yeah, it registers, yeah, in our minds.
Uh-huh. Real.
And
It could be reckless. Regulus. Wow, regular, yeah, regular. Resurgent. Royal. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, yeah, rich and right.
Region. Realm.
Correct. The director. And even that word, I think, got
El
again,
Reino. Regnum.
guide that straight arrange, give a particular direction to.
Hmm.
And, you know, it's the director, the composer. Uh,
Oh, that's gonna go back to the Most High. I know that. I remember
yeah,
that.
one who writes and arranges musical pieces.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, to write.
composed to write a book, put together, compound, just arrange, write is a work. Put
Work.
together, place to seize, lay down. But no compose, duct,
Is the con. Is the con. Okay, I remember now. The con. Yeah.
the guide,
The
accompany,
guy.
and show the way to lead and bring together, contribute, serve, with
Tribute.
together again is to lead.
To lead.
You know, this one of my names right here.
Duke. There we go. They hijacked the word.
Hmm
Duke.
Like the reason why it's product or
Produce.
conduct,
Yeah.
yeah, induct, educt, educate, education. And we call it education, right? You remember how
Yeah.
we was talking about
Yeah.
edifice?
Edified. Yeah.
Oh, it's like etiquette is really has to do with this word.
Edifice.
You know, we're supposed to be building our inner structure up, our minds.
Yeah.
And it's also got to do with working. You say edification. Religious use, a building up of the soul, act of instructing doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's what we're supposed to be doing is
Hmm.
building our soul up, not
Yeah.
educating ourselves, but
Yeah.
educating.
Building up the soul.
Yeah, that's what
Edification.
real real education
The
would
art of
be.
instructing doctrine. Bang. A building constructed. Okay, good example. Spiritual improvement.
Mm.
To build. Conductor. Conduct. Regents. Okay. Regulators. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, all this stuff definitely circles and circles back. But it's when it come down to this language, you're gonna see those same
I
type
know
of
I know
words.
last time you had the con, I think, where it went back to like the writer, the author, remember? How did you can you go back to that? Do that connection again?
Uh,
Connect?
Oh,
No.
oh,
Remember the author? Okay. Og, I
no,
think
this
that's
one here.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We was talking about cause it got AU in here.
Uh-huh. AU.
I
That's what
was
you're saying.
showing,
Uh-huh.
yeah, talking about August. But
Authorized.
that's
Uh-huh.
I usually find it. But yeah, Arthur, the father, creator, one who brings about, one who makes or creates someone
One who
or
makes.
something.
Yeah.
Originator, creator, instigator, motor, producer, father, progenitor, builder, founder, trustworthy, writer,
So
authority.
so you were showing the chart earlier, right? The Paleo Hebrew. So who's the author?
Right.
All right. Who's the author of the whole story, the creation? Like he who makes and creates, exists everything. The whole goes right back. And like you said, in a circle, right back to the Most High, like back to the author.
It's definitely a lot of this I've been finding throughout, you know, throughout etymology, like the actual sounds and relates that if we look at like tower or something, we might see they have
How? Uh-huh. Sign. The mark. Huh.
they say sometimes taken as representation of the of Saint Anthony's cross or the sign of it. Also later of the Egyptian cross.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Later.
Right. In the 18th century, that's when the
18th
Egyptian
century.
came out.
Yep. Yep.
But
Yep.
do you people think they're
Simpler
historic for
times.
some
Yeah.
reason? They be saying that shit is like it got some history to it, but
Yeah.
it really has none. I'm
Uh,
starting to see like 1800s is exactly when it happened.
yeah. Yeah.
The changeover, switch over.
For sure. For sure.
Uh, what else? Can I? Because let's I guess go back
Sin.
with sin and how we were speaking on S meaning to be and what
Yeah.
was what
For the
were the
dismount. We're going into sin for the dismount.
because we were also speaking on earlier the other is
Yeah.
forgot how I got to it.
Through the ox, wasn't it? Through the LF?
Yeah, Elohim.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what kind of be hard about this sometimes. Or AS. Let me just type. I could type it in on the computer. I'll be forgetting about that. Yeah, on the phone app, you can't. You gotta actually find the word.
Might be on the because it's ardent, like the burning. The burning we were talking about earlier.
No, the Rastas, they be talking about it. They say it's the fire burn so high. But AS is also ES,
To burn. There you go. To glow.
as it
Burn.
means to burn, glow.
Mm-hmm. I remember
But
that.
ES also means to be,
Mm-hmm.
and guess we can also
Timeless.
go to B, see how is in EUE. No, that EUE have to do with like Eve
Mm-hmm.
as well. It's like I think it's kind of spelled. Oh no, it has to do with this void. Void. Yeah. So we got S, S, and B. Well, it says S means to be, and B means to exist or grow. Yes, yeah. Finishing off with this.
Mm-hmm.
basically that light, that tree, that beam. I guess we got to talk about this too. This has to do with D as well, and it has to do with the tree and truth. So when I say D, it basically saying like 3D or coming into this dimension
Yeah.
and door. It have door right
Yo.
here as well.
Mm-hmm. Bold, stern,
Bold
fierce,
stern.
hard,
So
firm. To be firm, solid, become solid, steadfast. Yeah.
we know with door it did say firm, firmament and all that stuff was a part of it. But also with that same or within the same creation, I guess trees were
The
being
tree.
made.
Mm-hmm.
But the tree has to do with that ever living tree that we
Mm-hmm.
talked about earlier, that beam light,
The
that ray of
beam.
light.
Mm-hmm. Very light is the living tree.
And that truth that will forever fall, basically.
Truth. True. Trust. Trust, my people. Truth.
And it said faith, faithfulness, fidelity to country, kin,
King
friends, loyalty.
to king. That's being true. You see that? To friends, that's
Down
being true. Loyalty, that's being true. Not backstabbing, not chasing money back.
and you see pledge and covenant.
Covenant. You got a
And
covenant to be true. You got a
you
covenant
know,
to be true.
they took over like the Pledge of Allegiance, but
Mm-hmm.
we used to pledge allegiance, you know,
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
to to the covenant basically
Yeah. The
that
covenant.
Israel was in.
But I,
And
but it,
keeping that
people of the covenant. But I,
oh yeah. Uh,
hmm,
So I feel like I'm getting real close to where I wanted to feel like I'm missing, but as we go right here. But Deru,
Deuteronomy.
it,
Deuteronomy.
it, right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's in there too somewhere. Um,
Eddie.
but tree,
Deru.
you say it right here too. Wood,
Boom.
beam, log,
Wood
stake.
beam. Yeah. That's crazy.
Go back to it even here.
Beam. The tree. Beam.
So
Lord.
it's saying early figurative use often of the tree is in
In
the
the,
Garden of Eden or the
there you
Tree of
go.
Life.
There you go.
Old English and Middle English also mechanically
We're
thing
back.
made of pieces or frames of wood,
Hmm.
especially the cross of the crucifixion.
The tau.
Later, the
There you go.
gallows.
The mark of the sign.
Yeah,
The Tiburon tree. We're back in full circle.
was used as a wooden peg or pin in
Like a pirate.
shipbuilding. So, but that has to do with the tent peg.
It's in here. Yep. The peg. I know it. Yep. The wah. The breath out. The breathing out.
But that's also like the feminine, right?
Yeah, the female.
Is the why,
Uh-huh.
and it still has to. That's why I'm saying like it seemed like it's like masculine, feminine. Then I don't know. This might be like both, and then masculine
Yeah.
or feminine. I think this is feminine too. So this might be another masculine and feminine,
Mm-hmm.
like because I
You
know
think it's going, seems like it's going in pairs, right? And then hey, well.
Yeah, and another pair, masculine and feminine.
Mhm.
But that's that's how I've been reading it and seeing it as of late. Uh
That's cool. Well, this instrumental's called Reflections, so we're just reflecting.
Go back to, we can go into sin as it is, but you know how we just brought up the cross sticks, you know,
Yeah,
this is another, I guess, form
the Greek
of it.
cross, Greek, so-called.
Right.
Being fortunate, well-being, luck. All right, it's not a Nazi
Which
thing,
with
guys. If you think that's a Nazi,
see
that's ancient. It's an ancient symbol. It's the Tau. Go back
you
to
see
Eris.
it it's a Otzi.
Yeah, Asti
Like I don't
to
know
be.
why it made me think when you said Nazi, I was reading Oz.
To
uh,
be. Look at that.
but damn, this made me think of the tetragrammaton reason. Gamma, tetragrammaton.
Gamma. To be. Sooth. Sin. Sin is to be, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sin.
Sin.
It's what it is. This is
It is
what
what
we
it is.
talking about.
Is. Oh, to
You
be.
know,
It is what it is.
oh, you know how they always talk about you gonna go to hell.
Yeah.
Um, what is like actual hell? Like you gonna like they say you gonna burn in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Um, were we saying sin? You know, people say if you sin, you gonna go to hell, right?
Yeah.
Another world, abode of the dead, infernal regions, place of torment for the wicked after death. Underworld, literally concealed place to cover, conceal, or save. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
To cover, conceal, and save. Mm. To
Well,
cover. Kill.
is this the real word?
Cellular. Cell. Look at that
You going
cell. Cellular.
you going a hole.
Oh. Oh.
But the seed covering is a whole. Oh, but okay, hall.
Halo. Then we go back to
Okay.
holy and being,
The house, the temple, the law, or
yeah.
any large place. Oh yeah, law, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, because this is all stuff I feel like it's like pieces to the puzzle. Forgot about the whole AE thing, but look what it means.
Law. Yeah. To go.
The,
That says God's law specifically. Eon.
uh, Eon is like ion.
Yeah. Long space of time. It's forever. Eternity.
Yeah, eon, age,
Uh-huh.
ever, and this kind of got to do with.
Longevity. Utopia.
But
Mm.
what else I was looking at? AI. I want to point out like nine. There's a lot of rosters that say that I am nine.
Yeah.
Back to where we at though. Um, when it comes to sin, what did we talk about? Symbology, right?
Yeah. Sim. Yeah. Remember
But
that. Synagogue. Uh-huh. All that.
oh, remember we kept seeing when it came down to a lot of those words, it kept saying like with together.
Mm-hmm.
When we were looking at like what word was it? Conduct or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Composer.
Yeah, you see con right there. To the Latin
But
con sin. Hmm.
so, we keep seeing this and we see that wit and together has to also do with um oh, get back to it. I clicked away from it so much. Here we go. Burn. First of all, the is as kind of very similar. But we're looking at, let's say, with together.
Sync. Uh-huh. Bring it together.
That's one of them that meant that we were looking at
Agreement, synchronization, agreement, sync.
and we're looking at like organ or something like
Uh-huh.
that. But they
Yeah.
say to lead or bring together
Yeah.
or
Bring
conduct.
together. Yeah, I remember last time we were just determining that we're supposed to come together. There's a message in the etymology, guys. There's a message we gotta break. As telling Most High is telling us something.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Mm. But when we see SYN, we know it means to come together. Another form of it is like SYM in
Yeah.
Greek. Here, let's see what this. Ooh, hmm. Um, oh, we
Symbol.
was just looking at the
Belief.
at the tall at the
Mark.
tall symbol.
Yeah.
Um, it's saying like a religious belief, blah blah blah, blah. But it also has to do with sign.
Sign, sin. Yeah. Mark. There you go again. The synergy. Shout out to
Right.
Nebulous.
And I think that was one of the words under energy that we were looking at.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Also, under
Work.
work.
Under that work. You gotta put in that work.
So even organ, when we're looking
Organ.
at organ, it kind of do with the with and together thing too, because
That which
it's
one
multiple
works. Uh-huh.
multiple tunes. They all go off the letter A, as we were saying earlier too. And there's another word for the one I like the most is symptom.
Semito.
Mito.
Semito. Yo, Semito. What's that? Oh, that's just Semite in Puerto Rican. Semito.
Okay.
No so.
Yeah. You said in Puerto Rican. I didn't even know.
Semito,
Uh,
man.
looking for
Bendito.
something.
Semite. Huh.
Here we go. A departure
Symptom.
from normal function or form as an expression of evidence of a disease, symptom
Oh
of a
yeah.
disease.
Yeah, now you never remember now. So we're gonna talk about together and wellness and health, not just physically, but staying healthy
Yeah.
is the key, is what Most High is telling us. To be whole, health, holy. I
And
remember
then
now.
if you're not being holy,
Then you fall, then you sin, then you sin.
yeah, and just look at what fall,
Yeah.
much
Listen,
stuff
guys,
fall have
this
to do
part's
with.
yeah, this is deep right here. So
But look, to drop from a height, fail, decay, die.
Mm-hmm.
And even going back to this here, this D, it's hanging. This entrance is a hanging entrance. It's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
it's something up high.
You're hanging. Yeah.
But just saying like born into life, from a high with high standards, basically. Um, But look, a root Paul or fall. You know how they
Paul.
talk about the Apostle Paul.
Yeah.
You know, really, this name kind of literally means
To fall.
bad.
Damn. Paul means to fall, man. Don't be fooled.
So we also got fail. It says to be unsuccessful in accomplishing a purpose. Mm.
Mm.
Cease
That
to
covenant.
exist or to function. Come to an
Mm.
end. Our whole covenant is for
Yeah.
everlasting life.
Yeah.
It's so we don't never stop being.
Wow.
And we
It's
always
supposed
exist.
to be.
Yeah, that's what we that's what sin
Yeah.
is
Sin
being.
is not being. Yeah.
So no, it's sin is being, but
Yeah. Well.
but failing is to cease to be. Failing is what we don't want to do. That's like falling. That's the fallen angel.
Mm-hmm.
That's the foul also. So this word would say figuratively to deceive, trick, dupe, cheat, elude, fail, be lacking or
Lacking.
defective.
Yeah.
That's cap. That's also cap.
Yeah. I
I know
remember
we
Cap.
talked about that one.
Yeah.
So foul, right? To say also a fool. No, a W. What we say? FOOL. Is a fool like this also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Silly, stupid,
Cool.
ignorant person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Foul. Uh-huh.
they
Full.
all
Yeah.
got the
Rotten.
same.
Unclean. Uh-huh. Corrupt. Yeah. That's how they are.
So
Yeah.
and then you also got this word from foul is vile,
Vile. Yeah.
morally repugnant, morally flawed,
Repugnant.
corrupt,
Yeah. Yeah.
wicked, of no
Wicked.
value.
No value. Chaser.
So, these are all the things we're avoiding. And like when it's talking about a fallen angel or failing or falling to die, to fail, all of these are in the same mix up, and
Yeah.
this is what they confuse sin with. They confuse the word sin with these words.
Yeah.
And
Injury.
injury.
Mischief. Yeah. Enmity. Feud. Guilt. Crime. Misdeed.
Really and truly,
It's whole.
sin has to do with, instead of it being fall,
Uh-huh.
we get this word here, haul. And
All.
that's we
Instead
was
of
looking at
hell.
that. Yeah. We
Mm-hmm.
was
Instead of
looking at
hell.
that with
Okay.
the same, you know. So it's not hell. It's actually, you know,
Heal. To heal.
oh exactly.
You guys
You
see?
know.
Health. Whole health. Holy is in there too.
And then so when we look at, you know, these things here is what they say Jesus is offering. That's what every religion kind of offering salvation,
You gotta heal in
you
every
know.
way.
Mhm. So health, it says a wholeness of being whole, sound, or well, whole, uninjured, a good omen, healthy, holy,
Holy.
sacred.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It also got this version,
Hail.
hell,
And to heal, literally Old English.
in good
Good
health,
health.
robust. Is the same old English, Old English is the root word. And that's why I think a lot of some of the Old English, I believe, is directly Hebrew. Not,
Yeah,
I can't say all of it
yeah,
just yet,
yeah.
but I know like it's a
Because
lot of words in Old English.
well, what did they say in Gothic or Basque or a lot of those are indigenous. A lot of those are
Right.
paleo.
Yeah,
A lot of those
the
are paleo.
Druids.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, Kaleo, right? This is one of the words I was kind of telling you earlier. It's like you done refresh me, man. I'm back.
yeah,
So I'm really
yeah.
honest. But when I'm talking about down in here, well, we got, words that this word here, I'm thinking that is up in here, or just it's somewhere in this area. I'm even looking at this
Oh,
food part in the
nourish. Yeah,
nourish,
yeah. Breath reveal. Uh-huh.
but the add secure hook part, the good omen and health stuff like that. That's the add of secure hook in a sense. But back to the hill. So we got hall, we got fall. We got fall. That means that's bad. But then we got hall that means health, and then we got this other word or other. Oh, salute, right? It say to greet courteously and respectfully. Pay respects, literally wish health to.
Yeah, well, in
Greet,
Spanish, salud is health.
right?
Yeah.
Salute, like I know when
So
when
it's
y'all,
literally the same word. It's
right?
just spelled with a D.
So that's and it say which is related to safe,
Uh-huh.
salvis. So it's like salute has to do with wishing safety to, which is what being holy is,
So,
you know.
mm, the
The,
sun,
the,
wow.
all right, so
Yeah.
even I'm gonna tap in with that. We're gonna go to Sowell and
Mm-hmm.
to see how this is directly tapped in with, the sun too. But this kind of big to me where it's saying like solid,
Mm-hmm.
solidarity. A lot of people they say, you stand on solidarity. Like you have to be a union to do that. Mutual, what do you say, mutual responsibility.
Yeah.
Equality in the
Community.
community of being
Yeah.
perfectly united on some question.
Yeah.
Saying so that's what we're supposed to be doing for
Mm-hmm.
each other. Being perfectly united.
Yeah.
But also,
That makes us whole.
right.
Yeah.
It says the sun as a heavenly body or planet, daylight, the rays of the sun. You remember we was talking about this, as far as with what we were speaking on earlier in the beginning. Separating the lights.
Yeah.
So that when we came down to beam, we were talking about rays of light, a beam of light, and the sun. What did it say? The sun as a god or object of worship, the sun. But the root word it has sawel, and the Latin sol. But me, this is is pointing out what the sun is, but
Yeah.
also it's like a direction, seem like, or like an area, like it points south, say southward to or toward the sun, southern in the south, being as situated in the south. That one of the four cardinal points directly opposed to north. And I always be looking at this too. But You know that sun, the soul, that light, is burning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it burns, it glows. The sun, always, forever. Lit. It's also said masculine, but as far as no, and sin and sun is one letter off.
Yeah.
But when we talking about sin, we spoke on the tree, that being,
Yeah. The beam.
which has to do with truth. Um, we saw that the rule
To the rule to be
and
firm.
truth,
Truth. Yeah.
true. So
Deuteronomy.
it's like
Hmm.
when we see sin, it's like it's some words that you have to like think of as like core principles of what sin means. And it's like light, truth, existing. All of those things are like the forefront of what sin is. And all of that, it's like when you're sinning, you're also shining.
Yeah.
You're shedding light. You're sending, you're giving out light. Shining, I like SCI. It's like it also when you say it like that, it's like signing, like saying sign.
It's almost like Zion.
Or yeah, Zion is Zion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so yeah. And
So
even
Zion.
we're gonna look at this too, this how it says TS, um, the city of David. Think they say for
The spark. The spark,
yeah,
right? The sound.
yeah. But that the spark, uh damn, that made me think of something when you said that.
The beam.
No, no, no. It was like the spark, it made me think of that song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Wonder what you are. But yeah, sin. I oh, what I say, symptom. And it's like all of these words are like deeply symbiotic,
Yeah.
symbiosis with a biological term. What it says to grow, to live, grow. It's not like grow, it's grow. But so having to do with that tree, organic life, living alive, the living tree,
Yeah.
you know. And it's kind of, here we go again, the shift from AU to EA. But it kind of makes me feel like, we're all trees, or we all have like just that inner living light, that ether,
The roots. Yeah.
and we all, that. that's what that light or that glow, even when people are feeling their best, they have a glow on
Mm-hmm.
them, and it's like when people are feeling their worst, they seem to be dark or look dark, have bags under their eyes, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's about that's all I got for now.
that's man, that's good, man. That's good. We leave the people to like absorb and do their own little verification and studying and
Yeah, just questions of it's like things I would want to I guess like discuss with more like-minded folks. I've been doing this a
yeah,
long time on my
yeah,
own. So, I get what I get, but when two are gathered, that's when he's really in the
yeah,
flesh, in the midst. So, we gotta gather up and tune in and we'll learn this word a lot faster, a lot easier. It is a lot of stuff in here that I have seen, like, I guess that have to do with like other languages, like Abba, you know,
yeah.
this like this here biblical title of honor, literally father. And he says it's a Semitic word, Abba, you know. And I know Iba or Abba or Appa that have to do with like, either a father God, a sky father, or like somebody called their father that. Or and if it's not Abba, it's like Pop.
It goes to Tata, Tata.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it could be.
It's right
Oh yeah,
there.
I do say that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all the older languages. So it's funny because in
yeah.
our slang we say Tata, like no other Spanish country, like we say Tata, and that's our slang. We thought it was slang, but it's actually an ancient word we use.
But yeah, I mean, we say Dada, so it makes
Yeah,
sense because our T, like,
yeah, T and D, yeah,
yeah, we don't really. It's like they have us saying T words, but we say D still. Like
mi Tata.
we'll say duh instead of the. Yeah, I've seen Baba in like Mongolian or something like that. In like China, they say Baba.
Mm-hmm.
And shoot, it's funny you say Tata. It's like that's why the word tutor,
Yep.
tutor.
Uh-huh.
Mm. But yeah, I know with us, pastor and pasture,
Mm-hmm.
and
With the
the
sheep and
word,
his flock. Mm-hmm.
yeah, the word papa comes from
Uh,
this right here, the
protect
protector.
and feed. And we got pest. Oh, I thought I saw Prester.
I mean, pastor is
That's it.
pastor,
That's yeah,
but
it
yeah,
is.
pastor. I wonder if Prester is in here. Oh, they got Prester John. You seen that?
Yeah.
Uh, Legendary medieval Christian king and priest said to have ruled either in the Far East or Ethiopia.
Priest.
Priestre,
Yeah.
Priestre,
Priest.
tested as a
Priest
surname,
King.
and a great victory. Who told how presbyter? What it say? Johannes,
Mm-hmm.
Johannes. Presby Presbyter won a great victory over the Persians in the Medes between 1165 and 1174. His letter perpetrating to be from him circulated in Europe. This is the one King Drop always talking about. That
Yeah,
letter.
yeah, yeah.
All this recalls a time when the Christian West was militarily threatened on its frontiers by Muslim powers,
So,
dreaming of a mythical deliverer. And they have
so
to
they
do
say
with
Christian
the
is Nestorian. They call them Nestorian. Uh, that ain't mean Christian. So John or Wang, king, priest king, Wang Kong.
oh, look, it has it even has John meaning
Ja.
Yohanan
Uh-huh.
said to mean literally Jehovah has favor or Jah is gracious from Hanan.
Yeah.
He was
So
gracious.
so it's like kings are favored by Most High. So supposed to be.
And you know, king, you remember how you was looking at the word kin,
Yeah.
or you said kin.
King, yeah.
Um,
Or gene, huh? Give birth, beget.
yeah. Oh, and that's another word. Speaking of gene, you know how they always say Jew,
Yeah.
Jew, ancient or modern, but I see the word. Oh, it's starting to rain pretty hard. You see the gem, it says a precious stone,
Yeah.
jewel. So we got Semitic,
Semitic.
right? We're saying a Jew, Arab, Syrian. Um, but and then it's another word,
See, Semit, you
I
know.
think it's this one. No, not. It's like Seminole. You got Seminole, like like this
Mm-hmm.
member of Native people formerly
Seminole.
Florida,
Uh-huh. Seminole.
maroon. But and then there was another Seminole word, like it's with
Let's
this
see.
here. This one right
See,
here is Seminole,
Seminole. Uh-huh.
of or pertaining to seed or semen of the elements of reproduction. So it's like even the Semitic people,
Yeah.
are basically just saying they come from a seed, a
Yeah.
Jew, a
Yeah.
gem,
Yep.
and even the word genies
Or everyone but no one.
is Kringle. And I got this type of stuff in here. And even look. So this is another word right here. You see it say no
Yeah.
L.
Yeah. L.
No L. Like what
Mm-hmm.
would that really mean? Like if we were looking at that with a Hebrew eye or like,
Mm-hmm.
a Semitic eye. I would
Yeah.
say I don't really like saying Hebrew, but
Semitic.
it looked like it's saying like no God.
Uh-huh. No L, man. That's not God.
But what
Gene.
what was the word? Noble. Even
Noble.
even here, they got this word. They're saying they're claiming that this word means of high rank and born, of high rank, noble, bearing, or birth. But I feel like this word is the opposite of able.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is like somebody that has the power, the sufficient power or means capable, fitting, suitable, agile, nimble. So, you know,
To give or receive. Uh-huh.
it's some biblical I can't even tell you where it's at right now, but it talks about how kings would be, on foot, and basically like peasants or like, servants would be on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, this is what I kind of think of when I think of like the nobles versus the ables.
Okay.
It's like the noblemen consider themselves to be highborn and superior in birth and noble, stuff like that, well known, but they're not really able. They're not, they require of the able ones to do the work. And that's what makes them the highborn or something like that. Like they're able to point and tell, you know what I'm saying, like from horseback, but they can't get off the horse and walk for themselves. They have to be
Mm-hmm.
guided
Fit for a
from the people
purpose.
that's walking.
It says.
That what Abel says.
Yeah, it says fit for a purpose, like you were
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Oh, and we know that like to fail, when you failing, you're somebody that can't, that that is not, you know, accomplishing a purpose. You're unsuccessful to your purpose. And even the word success, I like to point that out because it has nothing to do with what they tell us it got to do with. Um, the result, outcome, termination of an affair, good result, happy outcome. But the successor is one that which comes after and replaces, the heir. You're replacing your forefather,
Yeah.
and that's what success is,
Hmm.
etymologically.
Well, yeah. Success is yeah replacing. Wow.
Your forefather. So that's
Mm-hmm.
that's like completing your purpose, and doing
That's your
your
purpose.
purpose is to
Yeah.
follow
We got
follow.
success. Fuck, it messed up. We got
Yeah, yeah,
success.
for sure.
We got the wrong concept of success.
Yeah. So I
You
mean,
guys
it's so
understand? You
much.
guys understand what
So
succession,
much stuff, man.
success.
But it's
Yeah.
it's it's so
Succeed.
many people I see talking about etymology, for especially since I've been studying it. It's so
Hmm.
many people that's came
Yeah.
about and been speaking on etymology, but they would never get on this site and just show you what it say
Yeah.
for it, right
Yeah.
here for
Everything.
itself,
Hmm.
and I like to point out how it's all based on this here,
Yeah.
Semitic language, ancient
Yeah.
Semitic.
The paleo pictograph. The picto.
So, that's where
Hmm.
it's all based on,
Yeah.
even this word here, it's like give. It's like give, but you remember B's and
Or
V's.
receive.
So it's like, to me, I look at it like how they say the gab, like the gift of gab,
Hmm.
like speaking is like when you got the gift of gab, you can get, or you're good at giving to others just as good as you
Yeah.
are at receiving. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like you you're able to handle, yourself in different habitats.
Yeah.
But
Habitable. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's basically how I'm looking at this
Habitual.
word.
Habeas
Uh,
corpus. Oh,
yeah. The basic sense of the root probably is to hold, which can be either an offering or in taking.
because he was able. Remember? That's how we got. Yeah, that's how we got here. Some people are able to receive and give. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it is called on for, the, like the children, or the remnant, it's,
Yeah.
it's like they're the ones who are still like the products,
Yeah. The remnant.
yeah, they're like kind of like the producers of the light. that's still coming out, that's being shed off,
Yeah,
from the Most High.
yeah,
You know, it's still a remnant out here that's doing the work and doing the job
yeah.
that's to be done. Yeah, man. I mean,
That's a good way to end it, you know? That's good.
yeah. That's I think we got a lot of info. Um, and I know that this is all stuff that ain't never been like on the internet for sure.
Well, not with the the creator spirit, man. Not with the vibes, at least and the good-hearted intentions, So not
Yeah.
to not try to indoctrinate people into following or like in a religious mindset, just believe. It's more
Yeah.
like
I didn't
it's more like
trying
see
to
for
get people to
yourself. Yeah,
pay for this and pay for that.
yeah, yeah,
And one day people gonna wake up and learn you gotta work for what you want.
yeah,
Ain't just
exactly.
buy it. And even the word teaches that too. If you study this long enough, you'll see it. Ain't no such thing as purchase. You produce.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm gonna stop sharing now.
Okay. Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you on, man, and have you come break that down anytime again. We can conversate like this anytime, man. I think the people enjoyed it, and I think everybody who missed it will watch it later, and they're gonna enjoy it, take their time with it, and you guys can, verify and then like look through the etymology of words and like see what I'm trying to say. At least like if you pay attention, there's like a story, there's something, there's like a message there being told to you, and a lot of people, like he was saying, take it, this info, this knowledge, and kind of do their own thing with it, and but just try to have good intentions and have the Most High lead you with the discernment. You know. So Kuresh, man, thank you for coming through, man. Uh, and, again, because you've been here before. And anything else you want to say before you go?
I mean, I don't have much, man. Just like I'm looking forward to like starting a YouTube page or, just something to be able to interact with folks.
Yes.
So I started a page, called Optics on Edom. Six on like Etom EYTM. And I guess if you guys go follow me, I haven't really posted anything yet. I'm not really that familiar or great with like YouTube and stuff like, and it's
Okay.
really I
Well,
appreciate you for helping me.
I'll put it in the description of the video. Some people can click on it anytime. You know. All right. So yeah, just make sure to
Yeah,
send
yeah.
it. Yeah.
You may find me on there, and we could talk about stuff or interact, or and maybe next time we can have a whole discussion as a group or something like that. So
Yeah.
just look out.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be awesome, man. Oh man, thanks for coming through again, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna definitely put his link on the description. Make sure to check out his channel, subscribe. He's gonna start uploading his own videos. Go support. You know, all of Hawa's people, man. And I'm gonna go out with a little song here, a little hip hop collaboration I did with Natural by Law, Nine Spiral, and Joseph the Real, man. Good brothers, man. We got talking about Drop Nation. We're talking about Tribal Mafia. Shout out to Tribal Mafia, man. This is Natural by Law's channel. All right. It's called Reverse Diverse. So before we go out, man, thank you guys for coming through.
Hey yo, Reversing doom diverses, concentrated, higher purpose for my Sheikah. Mongo engines leaving, peeking out the curtains. It's for certain I'ma cut off all that lurking through my spirals into locks. So how the fuck they hijack working, dumping pirates in the ocean for all the gross encroachment. Feel the end approaching, then begins our moment. Rinse and sanitized by the waters of Most High. Saw the wheel with just the clocks. That's a signal in the signs. Knockers wonder why, asking where we from. I tell them tribal mafia, that other shit is done. Head up yourself for the man. What I say, we search the suns. Guys is popping out the field. That's superior for real. The great spirit's way to build. Rejecting all the scholarship. Rolling through the jungle, but we ain't no hippopotamus. Natural like a bison. Our vibrations kinda obvious. They see these tribal mafia. You know there ain't no stopping us. Rejecting all the scholarship. Rolling through the jungle, but we ain't no hippopotamus. Natural like a bison, our vibrations kinda obvious. They see this tribal mafia, you know there ain't no stopping us. Our frequency be polishing.
Wanna go outside, peel back the layers, run, don't get tired. Wanna raise my vibrations, conversations with Isaiah the prophet. Run so fast that I take off like rocket, leap over mountain, dump diverses, tribal mafia after them shit. Slow dance with destiny, daily until then. Oh, no words can explain the anticipation, but we keep it moving. Preach king lineage, hell, we been on Naga, truly vintage. Our ancient love song we crave, from the cradle to the grave.
Rejecting all the scholarship, rolling through the jungle, but we ain't no hippopotamus. Natural like a bison, our vibrations kinda obvious. They see this tribal mafia, you know there ain't no stopping us. Rejecting all the scholarship, rolling through the jungle, but we ain't no hippopotamus. Natural like a bison, our vibrations kinda obvious. They see this tribal mafia, you know there ain't no stopping us. Our frequency be polishing.
Stronghold rebel with the wilderness flow. Gadite spirit, feel the fire in my soul. Shield and spear ready, every battle I survive. Swift across the mountains while the ancient breath alive. Faces like lions, carved deep in the stones. All make heads heavy with the spirit of the throne. Maya Jaguar warriors when I walk through the night. Ancient power in my blood, every verse that I write. Dumb verses had the nations under siege. Forced conversions while they murdered to achieve. They conquered with deception and conversion and disease. But they never killed the Mary that was rooted in the seeds. They relabeled the tribe, put our history in chains. Still the voice of the ancestors echo through my veins. Now the remnant awake and every lie getting smoked. Lion-faced warriors and the spirit never broke.
Rejecting all the scholarship, rolling through the jungle, but we ain't no hippopotamus. Natural like a bison, our vibrations kinda obvious. They see these tribal mafia, you know there ain't no stopping us. Rejecting all the scholarship, rolling through the jungle, but we ain't no hippopotamus. Natural like a bison, our vibrations kinda obvious. They see these tribal mafia, you know there ain't no stopping us. Our frequency be polishing.
Reversing curses, men of different faces, polluting places, mockeries, dumb diverses, robberies. Wow. Burning enemies, enough. Yosef come through like a bison, clutching like Tyson. Scholars punching, now collapsing. Mem soul scattering, relapsing. Tribal mafia, get it popping. The vibration ain't stopping, destined like Esdras. A passion since Genesis, deep in the mountains of Udall. You hear the call, Zion, be ready to brawl. Israel coming for it all, batters up. It's a fastball, grip the bat like it's your last 8 ball. Every gram of every ounce of power, reach deep and you reach back, not devour.
Rejecting all the scholarship, rolling through the jungle, but we ain't no hippopotamus. Natural like a bison, our vibrations kinda obvious. They see us tribal mafia, you know there ain't no stopping us.
Si quieres crear una app, pero no tienes ni idea de programación ni por dónde empezar,